before we get onto that, I just really wanted to make this quick point. I'll be getting quite a number of times questions in regard to schools outreach ministry and the youth ministry. And we want to make it categorically clear that by God's grace, last year, 2024, by the leadership, Executive Council, we have been able to decouple youth ministry from schools outreach ministry. It has implication in leadership. And we want to clearly make it everyone understand this, that what it means is that as far as leadership is concerned, right from the area, district and local, schools outreach ministry stands as a unit, as an independent unit in that regard. Away from the youth ministry may have as part of the leadership a schools coordinator. Now that schools coordinator will still go on with his work as far as their mandate. Their mandate will fall within the home youth and then the pre-tertiary and the tertiary. And our mandate falls at the basic schools. That is our mission field. So we are dealing with kindergarten, we are dealing with the primary, and then we are dealing with the JHS group. That is our main focus. However, at certain times, we could come along together to collaborate on some of the programs. And so if at your district and the local, you still are united or put together, clearly you have to inform your presiding elder and then also remind your district pastor, so that this leadership at the area level, by God's grace, majority of the areas, almost all of them have been able to institute the leadership, but at the district and local, we still get one or two feedback in that regard. So we clearly wanted. When it comes to children and young people, they are very critical. Critical. Jefferson, the 35th president of the United States, mentioned that the greatest resource we have are the children. The greatest resource from every organization, every society, every culture is the children. The thing is that you can be able, through systematic doctrine, be able to program them so that they can give you a certain output in the future. And that is a joy to see that the people that you are interacting with have grown up and they are kind of dissipating a certain value or culture or a conduct. It's such a great joy.
You know, I mean, I always thank God for the kind of leadership we have always in COP. And it tells you that what they do is really the inspirations of God. Because you see, if you look at this young people issue, there are two major authorities who have spoken about how formative ages affect future life. Sigmund Freud have spoken about it, if you have read its content, from 0 to 6. Then the Alfred Adler that he trained also moved it from the 6 to 12. And in that statement, if you read it carefully, he says that humans' personality traits and formational makeup is made from those points. Sigmund Freud will argue from 0 to 6. And so when I heard that KG is also part of the ministry,
we are taking them all.
What?
We are taking them.
What? Because if Sigmund Freud is saying that from 0 to 6 is where almost every formation that the person would depict when he grows starts from, and we are targeting them, then it means that the new generation you are talking about is possible.
It's very, very
That's
possible.
why I'm happy that you are not saying next generation, but a new generation. Because once they are tackled at that base, 0 to 6, Sigmund Freud says, Alfred Adler continues. Just from the psychological point of view, we are handling it. And then what happens if the spiritual angle is also open and brings it? So that person becomes a whole transformed person. And that will push us into the world of a
Let
new
me quickly say this.
generation.
I'm sure Martha has one or two to add to this. All right. And just what you said, there's an old adage that says that give me the first 9 years of your child and just forget about the rest.
Correct.
Just give me the first 9 years of your child and forget about the rest. Because once you get them formed, train up a child in the way he should, when he grows up, he will not depart from it. Doctrine at the young age is key. The next thing I want to mention is that where do we have the majority of young people? Within this class we are talking about, we don't get the majority in the church. The majority is in the schools.
Correct.
We are dealing with, according to statistics, 2023, we are dealing with 5.9 million of basics learners. 5.9 million.
Yes.
It's almost the double of COP population.
Yes.
So you need to be praying for us. That's what we are dealing with. And that's why schools outreach ministry is very, very key. You can't take it out of the equation in that regard.
Right.